What's going on, Planted family? Had a quick word this morning in Matthew 7, and I just posted it in the description. Don't throw your pearls to pigs, for they will trample you. Don't throw your pearls to pigs, for they will trample you. Let me get this exact. Trample the pearls, then turn and attack you. So I was just thinking about this real quick this morning. How many times do we try to go into places and spaces and mingle with people of influence? Right? We want to be with people of influence. We want to do and act and operate with people of influence. But oftentimes, and I think in my life that I've found, when I try to go into spaces that I'm not called, and I try to do things for people who don't really want to know me, don't really want to get to know me, um, I don't throw my pearls to pigs, right? And it's not saying that those people are technically pigs or they're just not who you're supposed to serve in that moment, right? I think there's a difference between where you want to be and where you need to be, right? Where you want to be is mingling in, if you're a speaker, oh, I want to speak in the NFL, I want to speak in the MLB, right? But where you need to be is that elementary school. Where you need to be is that middle school. Where you need to be is that tough environment, right? Or if you're just starting your business, right? You want to go and mingle with high caliber people. But I heard this one time from Tim Ross. He was interviewing Jeremy Anderson. He was talking about this new app that he was going to drop, and he was talking about how he was able to gather the funding for the app, and he was able to mingle with the right people. Now, Tim has been on a faith journey for a long time. If you haven't heard his podcast, it's on YouTube. Just search Tim Ross. I think it's called The Basement. And the app is called B-Side. But he said something really, really powerful that I think a lot of us need to hear. He said, when you think you just need the funding, you think you just need something from somebody else, you think you just need millions of dollars, right? But we can't go and approach investors, just approaching investors if we don't have the idea and the backing behind it. So he was saying he was able to gather millions of dollars because he also had $1 million idea, and he also had $1 million worth of credibility, right? So he was able to gather the investors quickly. When we try to shoot our shot, when we're first starting and we're first beginning and our brand is first building, a lot of times we try to shoot our shot with the big boys right up front, but we don't have the credibility, we don't have the brand, we don't have the backing, and we try to shoot our shot before we're ready to be in those spaces. And a lot of times we want to go where the influence is before our confidence in who we are is even built. And this isn't to say that you should limit yourself. I'm not saying that. Don't limit yourself. But sometimes God needs you where he needs you, right? We see the glitz, we see the glamour, we see the rooms we want to be in, we see the spaces we want to be in. And sometimes those spaces aren't yet ready for us, right? Those spaces will be prepared. The table will be set when they are ready for us. Those people will be open-minded to our ideas when we are ready, right? And a lot of times we sell ourselves short. We get into those rooms and spaces and we ask for so little that in order for somebody, one of the big boys, to want to take us on, in order for somebody to want to partner with you, in order for somebody to want to give you money and invest in you and crowdfund for you, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, this is what Tim was saying, is sometimes you're asking for so little from somebody who's so big. And you need to start presenting a bigger plan and a bigger picture, $1 million idea, $1 billion idea to get funded with millions. But oftentimes we come, looking for, this is the words of Tim, we come looking for a couple of chicken fingers. We come looking for just, if I could just have a little from you, right? And I think sometimes we approach God this way too. Like we want all of these things from God, but sometimes it's so small. It's so limited. He's like, God, child, I have so much more for you. I have so much more for you, but you've been mingling with the wrong people for so long that have showed you that your mindset is so limited. Like you're asking for your bills to be paid, but God is like, I want you to pay other people's bills. You're asking for, the light bill to be taken care of. You're asking for one client, and God's like, man, I want to give you 100 clients. But you have to first believe that you're eligible and capable of serving 100 clients by serving one client with excellence. You got to serve the one like they're the only one that matters. And then more will be given to you. So going back to, we often throw our pigs to, like we throw our pearls to pigs. We throw our best, we throw the excellence within us to pigs, and it gets trampled over. How often do we give our best to somebody who's not really needing it? We give our best in spaces and places, and we don't even feel appreciated. So the call, I believe, what this is saying is don't give away your worth and value. Don't give away the asset that you are to people that don't want you. You can always be a light. You can always encourage people, but go where you're called and go where you're needed versus where you want to be. And when you go where you're needed and you serve those who need you, eventually where you want to be and where you need to be are going to start to align. Or where you need to be is going to become where you want to be. Where you need to be is going to become where you want to be. And I think a lot of us, especially myself, especially early on in my speaking career, I wanted to be in more powerful rooms, but I wasn't yet powerful enough to stay there. God can't promote us unless we're willing to work on the things we're needing to work on. And we're willing to put in the work to get to where we're supposed to be. So right now, stop throwing your pearls to pigs. You will be trampled. Don't throw away your worth and value to people who don't want what you have to offer the world. You are excellent, my friend. You are an image bearer. You are a royal priesthood. God has an anointing on you and a calling on your life that you have yet to accept because you want to mingle with people of influence that are just going to trample your pearls instead of going where you're needed to go and valued, where you can throw your pearls to people, you can throw your excellence to people, you can throw your encouragement to people, and it will be accepted and it will be loved. And that will be the space where you go, wow, these people really need me. These people really need me. And you keep doing that, and you keep doing that. You throw excellence at them, you throw your pearls at them, you throw your best at them. You keep working on you keep working on your heart, you keep working on your mindset. And my God, you keep doing this long enough, and I promise you, the peoples that you first thought you wanted to influence will start coming to you to be influenced. But you first must go where you're needed, not where you want to be. Oftentimes we get trampled by the pigs when we throw away our best to people that don't want it. I believe you have worth and value oozing from your veins. Don't be so quick to give away your pearls to people who don't want it. Go where God has called you and go where you're needed. Keep serving those people. And I promise you, those pearls will be picked up. Those pearls will be kept in somebody else's pocket. Those pearls will be wrapped around their neck. Those pearls will be kept close to them because you threw them on the right people. You threw them on fertile ground. You threw seeds on fertile ground. And God said, yes, yes, my brother. Yes, my sister. This is the ground which I've called you to fertilize. This is the ground that I've called you to water. And these people want it. These people need it. These people are hurting. Eventually, I will take you into different soil. And people will start coming to you for what you want to give. That's the word I have for you today. Have yourself a blessed one. Let's get it.